to magnify this great existence. Hey, it's the IWDM50 strong in a journey through the past where dreams transcend. From his wisdom we rise and we thrive, honoring the legacy, keeping hope alive. Hey, yeah. A cultural extravaganza, performers on stage. Come celebrate our story, help us turn the page. With every heartbeat, we work and play. In the spirit of unity, we chart our way. Hey, it's the IWDM50 strong in a journey through the past where dreams transcend. From his wisdom we rise and we thrive, honoring the legacy, keeping hope alive. So let's raise our production and let the world know Imam W.D.'s leadership will forever glow. Together we celebrate, together we stand. 50 years of guidance, we work hand in hand. Hey, it's the IWDM50 strong in. Together we'll shine, let the love never end. So let's raise our production and let the world know Imam W.D.'s leadership will forever glow. Together we celebrate, together we stand. 50 years of guidance, we work hand in hand. Hey, it's the IWDM50 strong in. Together we'll shine, let the love never end. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Say it, I know you've been waiting for it. You've been waiting for me to say it. We cannot be stopped now.
And we're back to another edition of IWDM50 Community Roundtable, the road to IWDM50 in Philadelphia, August 1st to the 3rd. I'm your co-host, Mujahideen, here with...
Assalamu alaikum. It's Sister Marsha, and we are on the road to IWDM50. We are looking forward to a great time with you, August 1st to the 3rd. In Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at Masjid Allah, as well as at the Hilton City Avenue. And we came to you tonight just to kind of, touch base and give updates as to what is happening with the program. There's so many people around the country who know about what's happening, and then there are others who are learning about what's happening, and everyone's getting a ticket to be there. So it's nice to see all of the different ticket sales rolling in for people to be at the event. But we wanted to take this opportunity to explain to you what the weekend is all about and give you a few more details about it that perhaps you hadn't heard before. So IWDM50, what is it? Why is it? We already told you where it is and when it is. But it really is a commemorative weekend honoring the legacy and the leadership of Imam Mohammed, rahimahullah alayh. He has transitioned, from this life in 2008, as we all know, or some of us may not know, right? Whoever's becoming familiar with the story of our history. But we acknowledge that where we are today and what we do as a community today is partly a direct result from his leadership and the things that he brought to us as a community for us to advance forward as Muslim Americans in this country, as well as African American Muslim in this country. And so we want to be able to acknowledge what we've been able to do as a community over the last 50 years, and also where we're planning to go forward as we go into the next iteration of the impact of his leadership. And so we're going to be in Philly. We want you to be there with us. If you haven't been to the website to check out all that we have going on, the website is www.IWDMcommunity.com, and there you will be able to connect to the registration options for the weekend. And one of the things that we wanted to share with you this evening, and I'm gonna pull.
She's going to pull it up when she comes back. But until that happens, we'll just address, continue what she was communicating in regards to the website. The website, IWDM50community.com. You'll see on there the link, as was just mentioned, to the Eventbrite. On the Eventbrite, you'll see the whole layout of that weekend, the different packages that you can get for yourself, for a couple, as well as for family. You have family packages. Again, the event weekend is August 1st to 3rd. We'll be live actually in Philadelphia at Masjid Allah, the Center for Human Excellence. And then we're also having the banquet on that Saturday. That will be at the Hilton City Line Avenue. And so this program is really geared to engaging you all. Those of you who has been a part of this community, those of you who had personal relationships with Imam Mohammed. We have various guests that's going to come on before leading up to the actual event. We know during that weekend it's going to be power-packed, jam-packed with activity, festivities, presentations. And so we wanted to use this platform as an opportunity to hear some of your stories. So anyone that's on now, who's watching us now, we also invite you to come join in the discussion. I'm going to actually put the link in the chat if you would like to come on. You don't have to put your face, you don't have to put your visual on. You could turn off your video. You could just do your audio if you like. But we have 4 primary questions that we're asking everyone, those who are part of the planning committee, those organizations, as well as our community leaders. Just for us to reminisce, to reflect, to even understand, to also get other people's point of view, but even more importantly, to carry it forward to the next generation for the next 50 years. Because those of us who have experienced whatever we experienced the last 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years, 50 years, it's a benefit for us to know that, to share that, because we're in different parts of the country. We have different experiences. And so all of what we're doing here is for us now, is for us to recollect, to commemorate, but also, again, as I said, to carry it forward, to be that reservoir to pass forward to the next 50 years. So we're back with our co-host, Marsha.
He's back. So I'm not sure what I missed. Please forgive me for that. But one of the things I wanted to do was just kind of to share with you an overview of the programming for the weekend. So we have some great sessions that we have planned for everyone to be a part of. One of those sessions is IWDM, the Man and the Impact. And so many of us know Imam Mohammed as our community leader, right? But he was also a man, right? And he was, he had a family and all of those things. And so we're going to hear from Sister Layla Mohammed and the Mohammed family all about Imam Mohammed and his impact just as a man, right? Not as our community leader. We will be getting some of that during the weekend as well. But they will be sharing with us from that perspective. And then on Friday, so that's Friday night, Friday afternoon, I guess I should say. And then that evening, we're going to have a street festival, which I think is really cool, right? We do a lot of events in our community. And yes, we always have a banquet of some sort and workshops and things like that. But there's not too many events that I've gone to in our community where we have a street festival. So I think it's really cool that we're having a street festival that evening. And then on Saturday, there will be a few presentations that are prepared for the community to participate in. And the unique thing about these presentations is that they're going to cover the decades of Imam Mohammed's impact. So there'll be a presentation centered around his impact from 1975 to 1985. For those of you who been a part of this community for a really long time, you know that in 1975 is when Imam Mohammed came into his leadership role for the entire community. And so we'll be talking about his impact between that first decade, and then we'll go on into talking about his impact from 85 to 95, 95 to 2008, when the time of his passing. And then on Sunday, we're going to get into some planning for 2008 into the future. And I'll come back to that in a second. But before we get to Sunday, we have a banquet and cultural extravaganza. So, we're used to having the banquet be like this time where we have like a major guest speaker and things of that nature. But we really want this weekend to be celebratory. So our banquet is actually going to be a cultural extravaganza. So you're going to hear from various different artists that and love in our community, and I'll leak a few of them, right? Sister Suad Al-Amin, who we know and love. I mean, everyone's favorite is Shahada. I'm sure there are others of her songs that we can recall, but it seems like when Shahada comes on, the whole room just starts singing, right? Wilmore Siddiqui. We'll have him, as well as Sister Adria Shahid, and I won't give them all away. We'll be back on here to talk about IWDM50 in the weeks to come. So I'll let a few more out the next time that we're together. And then on Sunday, we have a brunch prepared, and that's where we're going to talk about 2008 into the future, right? What's the trajectory of our community? And I think that is really cool that we get to do that in a space together. I'm looking forward to the opportunity to plan together, to hear ideas for what the future could look like. A lot of times we're asking the question, what's next, or where our young people are, because we obviously see the young people as those who are going to carry this thing forward. And so we have some young adults, as well as those who are currently in the work, putting together programming for what the future looks like for the community. And then we'll have an interfaith talim. So the weekend is packed. It is jam-packed, but it's a good jam-packed, right? And it'll be a nice time where we have members from across the country and maybe even from around the world, right, coming in and celebrating this 50 years since Imam Mohammed coming into leadership, and really reflecting on what that has done for us as a community, and what we've been able to do with the components of his leadership that he shared with us. And so with that, right, one of the things I want to ask our viewers, right, is so when we do this podcast, when we have our guests on with us, we're going to be asking them a series of questions, and I want to pose those questions to you all who are viewing too. And feel free to throw something in the chat if you would like, or if it's just something you want to ponder on. We'll be doing this weekly, so if you don't feel comfortable answering now, you want to answer in the future, that's fine too. But one of the things that we want you all to reflect on, and again, throw it in the chat if you have an answer. What's your IWDM story? Meaning, like, how did you connect with Imam Mohammed? When did it happen? happen for you? How did you become a part of this community? Was it prior to 1975? Was it after 1975? Tell us your IWDM story. There's also an opportunity to do this on our social media. So if you are on Facebook, there's an events page there, and there's a discussion that has that we've gotten started where these questions are, right? We want to hear about your Imam Mohammed story, right? A story that's special to you in connection with the Imam. We also want to know what you've been able to build with Imam Mohammed's teachings, right? What have you been able to personally do with what Imam Mohammed brought with his leadership? And then where do you see the community going next? And again, if you want to throw something in the chat, go ahead. You can answer any of the questions or all of the questions. We're open to it.
I also put I even challenged him when you were transitioning
to
join us. So I'll put the link also in there if somebody wants to join us.
Cool. Live. So if you want to come on screen with us, feel free. We can throw these questions at you and see what you come back with. And then the last one is, who in our community can you see yourself collaborating with to move forward together? One of the things that we're finding out in general, but also in specific in our community, is that what allows us to move forward is working together. And there are so many of us who have some great ideas and great initiatives. And some of those ideas and initiatives are similar to each other. And we talk about the like-mindedness, right? Coming together with the like-minded. And so who do you see that you could partner with the work that you do in our community to move it forward faster, right? They say, if you want to go, and I might mess this up, if you want to go far, go alone. Did I get that right?
If you want to go fast, go alone.
Yes.
Go far, go together.
Yep. Go together. Thank you. I knew I was going to mess it up. I don't say that very often, but it really is true. And so
I got another one too.
Oh, what is that?
Coming together is a beginning. Staying together is progress, and working together is success.
How about that? So y'all got that one for free. Because let me tell you something. He come up with all sorts of little.
Well, that was a quote, but I'm not going to say who it was from.
Oh, he stole it. Oh, he stole it, y'all. He stole it.
It's truth. It comes from.
But I also just wanted to share with you all. So we kind of went through the schedule, but I also wanted to let you know that there's an opportunity for you to promote your organization as well, or your group, or your initiative in our souvenir journal. So if you are interested in having your initiative, your group, your organization highlighted in the souvenir journal, you have until July 15th to submit an ad. The ads are listed there on the screen, from full page down to patron. And you'll visit that website that we shared with you earlier, www.IWDM50community.com. There you'll see the flyer for the event. You'll just click on there. It'll take you to a page where you get to select from several different options, either registration or ad journal. There's even an option for sponsorship. So if you are open to sponsoring, being a sponsor for IWDM50, you have an opportunity to do that there. And then the last one I'll share is vending. So if you are a vendor, we want you there. Vending for the weekend, all 3 days, is $250. You will have to rent your table and chair, but the vending for the entire weekend is $250. Security is included. We had some people ask us about whether or not they had to break down their setup every day. The answer is no, you do not. Security is included. We will have overnight security at the at Masjid Allah, so you don't have to do that. So that's a unique feature that I don't always see at events that solicit for vendors. So we're looking for you. If you are a vendor, don't miss your chance. Get to the website and secure your space. We already have more than 500 people registered for this weekend. So that gives you some indication of the number of people you will have access to for your product or your service. So, and just a little few more details about vending. Your space is a 10 by 10 space. If you need things like tent or power, Wi-Fi, you will be responsible for those things. But security is included, and there is an option for you to purchase your rent your table and your chair on that website as well. So yeah, we're looking for you vendors. Just get to the website and secure your space so that you don't miss out on this unique opportunity. You will be out there vending during the after Juma, during the
Let
street
out.
festival, right? During the let out, exactly, during the let out. And so if you know, right, what the let out is like, and just how many people you will have access to. So we just stopped by to really give you details, a few more details about IWDM50. I will say this, I'm going to bring up this other flyer, similar to the first flyer I shared, but here at that top left corner, it talks about the early bird special. We are still in early bird special time, okay? But you only have until Sunday. So June 15th, Sunday, June 15th is the last day for the early bird special. After that, the prices will increase. So if you want to get in on the early bird special, you have until Sunday to do so. Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to the fathers out there. Get your tickets, get your registrations, get your vending spaces. If you're going to do a sponsorship, all of those things. You want to be able to do that before, or maybe not we want you to get your sponsorship in for sure, but the early bird special is primarily connected to those registrations and vending. So you want to be able to get that taken care of before the 15th. Otherwise, the prices are going to go up. And as I said, we already have 500 plus registered for this event, and we are looking for more. I think it's going to be a wonderful time together. It almost gives me like a big old family reunion type vibe. One of the things that I love about our community is that we are all over the place, right? So there are many places that we have traveled where, you know, we're kind of like, okay, well, where's the masjid in our community? And we're able to find them and be with the Jamaat at Juma. And that's a really cool thing to do. My daughter right now is doing an internship in Chicago, and I just sent her, okay, go to Masjid Taqwa. And she's like, oh, okay, because it's in the vicinity for her. And it's nice to be able to travel and still be connected. So we want to see you August 1st to the 3rd. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania will be at Masjid Allah, as well as the banquet will be at the Hilton City Avenue. There are 4 hotels, everyone. There are 4 hotels that we have reserved for our registrants to have a place to stay. Out of the 4, 2 of them are currently sold out, but the other 2 still have openings. So don't let that be a deterrent for you. The other 2 still have openings. Those 2 are relatively close to Masjid Allah, so you don't have to worry about distance. And we're working out transportation as well. So make sure you get your space. Those first 2 hotels filled up really fast. Like I said, we got 500 plus already registered for this event, so you don't want to miss your opportunity to be there.
Excellent. Well, there you have it. IWDM50, celebrating the legacy, realizing the destiny. 50 down, 50 more, and beyond to go. And so It's a celebratory weekend. It's a commemorative weekend. It's also a strategic planning weekend. We don't want to miss the opportunity. As we know, Imam Mohammed, he shares whenever we get together, those of like minds, those who are in education, they should be gathering to get to know each other, to check in with each other. Those in business, the imams, those in the political arena, and health, all these different segments of society that we participate in. When we meet in large numbers, we should be checking in. We should be seeing where we have opportunities to advance our understanding and our work for our community also. It's an opportunity, or it's a prototype for community life. So we see a lot of events going on through our local areas, our regional areas, and even now even our national areas. But all of these things are just a step towards realizing the destiny. So I'm excited to be there as well. Looking forward to being there as well with you. I was trying to find a picture to close out with my IWDM story. Oh, there it goes.
Well, I was going to say, while you're finding the picture, I just wanted to add this one point, that the other unique thing about IWDM50 is that the programming was planned by organizations and groups in our community. And so those organizations and groups came together, and what the presentations that we will see that cover the decades, they were put together by many of the orgs and groups in our community that you know and love, and it's going to be great to watch what they've been able to pull together for us. And the other thing is, it's Imam Mohammed's impact is so vast, it's so large, it's so many things, right, that we couldn't possibly cover it all in that weekend. And so we really want to use this podcast as a way for us to be able to share with each other as well. And then we're also just hoping to be able to do some more of that sharing as we close out the year, right? Because this whole year of 2025 is 50 years since that 1975 coming into leadership of Imam Mohammed. And so I just wanted to share that the programming that you will see has been put together by many of the organizations and groups in our community.
So long story short, because I was fortunate to be born and raised in Newark, New Jersey. And so I hear all the stories growing up about our community, the transition. And then I have the opportunity now to learn for myself and study. And we're with the conveners of imams who associate Imam Mohammed, part of the ILTDP training program. And we're learning Imam Mohammed from another perspective, from an academic perspective. So from hearing the stories in the womb, my father tells me that I was in my mother's womb while we was down in Elijahville, literally in Georgia. And so all the way up to today with a family leading a community. But coming across our archives, one of my father gave me this picture. It was in the Muslim Journal, one of our legacy institutions. I don't know what year it was. I said it was 90 something, or mid 90s. My mom said no, I was younger, so early 90s. But here you have Imam Ali K. Muslim. May Allah forgive everything of his shortcomings. Grant him high place in paradise. My brother Ismail Muhammad, myself, Imam Mohammed, my father Naeem Mohammed, and this brother, he was private security. But this when Imam Mohammed came to Newark, he would come to Newark pretty often. That was, I believe, at the Terrace Ballroom. I actually remember this day. I don't remember this picture that day, but I remember this day, or preparing for this day, because a lot of events that we would have in our city and other places, we were fortunate to also be, representing the youth or the young adults in our Clay Muhammad school. And so, of course, like we're doing now at our school, we have our young people come up and recite. And so we knew, this day was coming. Sister Makai, we used to call Sister Makai with the red hot fire, made sure we was right and tight to present whatever we was presenting. I don't remember. I think it was a surah, maybe the 99 attributes, because that was one of the things that she really instilled in us growing up. The 99 attributes. And I remember going shopping for that suit that I had on, stuff like that. And so, and throughout my life, before Imam Mohammed transitioned, we had a few other encounters and relationships. But these things, these stories that are resonating with myself and others in our community, is important to share, not just, again, like I said, with each other and commemorating ourselves, but also with our children and the next generation. Because like my children, my oldest, he's probably the last one in my family that got a chance to meet the Imam. And it was actually my first Father's Day. So that was 2000. It was 2008 actually. And he did get a chance to meet and shake the Imam hand. He was down in North Carolina. But his generation and after that, anybody born after 2008 never met the Imam in person. So they're only going to know the Imam through us and through, of course, study his lectures, his literature and stuff like that. And so, again, it's very important for us to tell our story, to preserve our story, because other than that, you're going to get all these different other iterations of what really didn't happen or a piece of what happened. And of course, in the age of AI and augmented reality, people can make up anything nowadays. And so this event is not just an event for us to, yes, we are going to celebrate, we are going to commemorate, but we're also going to collaborate to move forward. Because who else to sustain the community of Imam Mohammed than those who follow him, study him, and trust his insights? We do have some comments here. We do want to give a shout out to Eric Turner. He said, Assalamu alaikum. He's looking forward to being there. Alhamdulillah. Rabbil Alameen, looking forward to seeing you there, my brother. Also, we saw our sectional convener, Imam Musa. He's also going to be in the building. He gives his salam.
Imam Musa.
Also, our dear brother Anthony, he's always supporting us on whatever platform we're on. New Freedom.
Absolutely. Every time I'm on the show, I see Brother Anthony. Thank you so much, Brother Anthony, for tuning in.
Alhamdulillah. And then we also have, of course, Al Islam in the United States also gives us the salam. And wherever else who's been joining us, or we'll see this later, please just let us know where you're calling from. That's all, watching us from. That's also a benefit for us to know, as Marsha said, where we are connected throughout the country.
Absolutely. And so make sure you visit the website, www.IWDMcommunity.com. Register. Early bird special ends on Sunday, June 15th. We want to see you August 1st to the 3rd in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And inshallah, we'll be back here on Saturday, maybe.
We'll be live. We'll be in Philadelphia, actually, at the Islamic Heritage Festival.
Yes.
Passing out flyers. So if you're in Philly, we'll be in Philly also this Saturday. So check us out.
Absolutely. Stop by. If you see us, stop us, give us salams, grab a flyer, and we look forward to seeing you.
Until next time, peace.
Peace.
Now, in concluding this, when the slave traders and the black traders of Africa, traitors, when the slave traders and the traitors of Africa called themselves Muslims, were fighting each other and carrying on and weakening their people over there, so that the white traders come in there and get us, take us on slave ships and bring us here. Now, all right? Yeah. So now, when all that happened, what you think was happening to our human soul? Let me tell you, God has given me an eye to see into the very abstract form of the human being by my study of the Quran. Yes. Now, I'm going to tell you what was happening. I know, as if I was there. The soul of those victims had given up on this world. They knew they were going to their death. They knew they were going to circumstances that were going to finish them off. They would never have their lives again. They knew that. But in their soul, they were saying, our children will one day be free again, and they will serve God. We have failed, but our children will one day serve God. And now their prayer that they prayed in the deep recesses of their soul has come true. And not only of the descendants of the black people of Africa, from Islam coming to Islam, taking up the divine cause. But those who never were Muslims, their children from Christianity, their children from Judaism, their children from paganism are embracing Islam in America. And we are going to build new Africa. New Africa, right here in the United States. Allahu Akbar. And the soul of those suffering victims, they're rejoicing because of us here today.